Hello and welcome to another Cyberpunk video. In this video we wanna deep dive into the Postcards of Night City trailer and give it a full frame-by-frame analysis. If you haven't seen the trailer yet, just head down to the video description, there's a link to it, just watch it first and then come back to this video. But if you're already familiar with the trailer, let's just start right away. In the first shot we get a glimpse from one of Night City's TV shows called Tuned In. The host, called Juanita, is probably a Moxie girl, at least regarding her neon earrings and the neon bra, which we also could see in the recently released RTX trailer from Nvidia. The next few shots are vistas from in and outside of V's apartment located in the Watson district. Nothing too special what we didn't see already, but one thing I really want to point out is that big ass turbine on the left in the mega building, and this shot also shows the verticality of the city pretty good. We'll come back to that later. In the next shot we get a pretty good look just from outside of the city borders, overlooking the oil fields, seeing some of the mega buildings right in front of us, the Arasaka Corp building just right at the center of the screen, and an AV plastered with ads just floating above the Watson district. The next shot appears to be from yet another TV show, followed by some of the most amazing sunset or sunrise shots I've ever seen in this game. That's a pretty good way to show off ray tracing, I'd say, and definitely lets me think a little bit more about if I need a new graphics card or not. Next up are some shots from Asian restaurants and food courts, either in a mega building or in an alleyway, and those are pretty densely populated, which is always nice to see. Here we can see the prices of the food. The sushi platter, for example, costs 14 eddies. On the other side of the food joint there is also Johnny Silverhand, who looks like he got into a fight just recently. In the next shot in front of the city council there's a guy, probably a military veteran, shaking the hand of mayor candidate Weldon Holt. And what really freaks me out about this shot are those two guys left and right of the mayor with the plastic faces and the dead eyes. Those look pretty creepy. And next up is another TV show. This one reminds me a little bit of the movie Money Monster with George Clooney. Well, I mean, at least Cyberpunk's version of George Clooney, obviously. Next up we get a pretty good look of a Thornton car with some huge wheels and a nice view from the highway entering the city from the east side with the buildings of Orbital Air and Thornton right in front of us. Next up is a guy sitting on a bench with some VR glasses and some nasty clipping going on. Not gonna lie, I hope this gets fixed until release, otherwise this would be a really nice shot. Then we got some shots from what I suppose is inside V's mega building, some guys and girls smoking, and this heavily tattooed guy who's either a Ripper doc or maybe a guy V can get some tattoos for themselves from. And the next shot is easily one of my favorite shots in the whole trailer, because now we're entering Corporate Plaza and the city center. And this view is absolutely phenomenal. Now that we're in a wealthier district, you can see the people dressing completely different, and also the ads on the walls of the buildings are much more sophisticated and high class. Suddenly everybody looks like a puppet with perfect skin, is heavily augmented, or straight up made of chrome like Lizzie Weezy, who appears to be a guest in Ziggy Q's late night show called Night After Night. Next up we're outside of the Afterlife Club and I really want that car in front of it. Followed by a scene where we're dancing with a girl and Jackie and another lady with really strangely red augmented eyes. Next up are some outside shots with some big advertising billboards, and then we're back in the club with some brain dancers and very special and obvious movement. I gotta say, I do like her shoes though. Next up we see our protagonist swallowing a pill of 20 milligrams something, although I'm not sure if that's really V because I can spot a silver hand, don't I? Now we're back outside and those are some pretty rad city overviews. I mean, the sheer scale of the city, not in broadness but in height, is so extreme and I'm really looking forward to exploring that. Back to yet another TV show where you can clearly see the flag of the Free States of America. And another really nice detail I've spotted are the neon blue glowing shoe soles. Now away from the bright and shiny lights from the city center and the rich people, back to a more industrial and rural lifestyle outside of the city. Those two men in suits on the scrapyard are maybe looking for landmines. with poverty and homelessness, there's also a lot of crime on the streets. On this surveillance camera footage we can see two members of the Tiger Claws gang robbing a shop, blowing up a police car, and then having a shootout with the police out in the open street. Next up we got a mashup from some random shots. There appears to be a Maelstrom ganger and some dead bodies lying around. The next one is pretty interesting though. There is a NCPD patrol with a big ass mech right next to him, although the mech seems to be hovering above the ground. I hope this gets fixed too. And this Maelstrom ganger looks really creepy. This one freaks me out a little bit. Next up is a guy who appears to be a Ripper Duck from the Moxies, at least regarding his style of clothing and his tattoos. And I can't really tell what he's doing to that girl. Either he's fixing her or he's torturing her, but either way, she doesn't seem to enjoy it that much. And the next shot is a pretty short one, but I think a pretty significant one, because the girl, who seems to hit a random homeless guy, has firstly a very distinctive look, and secondly, she doesn't seem like a Maelstrom, but she's accompanied by two Maelstrom gangers. So I could imagine she's a pretty important and interesting character throughout the story of Cyberpunk. And also this guy here looting a dead body in what appears to be an open air club. Throughout all the videos I've seen up until now, I've never seen another character that looks remotely as distinctive as him. So I could imagine he's another important character too. In the next shot there's a Militech agent arresting what seems to be a Valentino's gang member, although he doesn't have any augmentations at all. So maybe another interesting character? We'll see. And the next shot I find especially interesting because the car we're driving is almost about to fall apart. There's fire coming from the engine and the windshield is really busted. And the next shot again is really interesting because I believe since the 2013 teaser trailer from Cyberpunk, the trailer that released 7 years ago, we get to see a member of the Psycho Squad. He's wearing a protective vest from Max Tech and his rifle is from Midnight Arms. In the next shot, V, dressed in a Moxie shirt, throws his tooth into the bathroom sink. After that they're delivering a suitcase to El Padre, who's a fixer for the Valentinos gang. In exchange it seems like we get some frag grenades and an assault rifle. But honestly, I only got eyes for this bad boy. In the next few shots we see the Maelstrom going about their business. But the real highlight for me in this shot is the new motorcycle to the right. This one looks freaking awesome. And once again the Maelstroms prove themselves as a really tough gang, and to me at least as one of the scarier ones. They knock us out completely and send us to what looks like player death. After that, the trailer wraps up with some outside shots of Santo Domingo and the stadium in the background. We also get a good look at the outskirts, some more mega buildings, and a compound from Arasaka Corp. I especially like the holographic dragons wrapping around the buildings in the background. Then a few more night shots just outside V's apartment building. Then what appears to be a holographic map of the N-Card system, Night City's subway system, and some really nice shots from Kabuki or Japantown, which is located in the center of the city. And again another really nice shot from the oil fields just outside the city perimeters. And I really love the ad for Braindance at Lizzie's with the subtitle "Mindfuck just gained a new meaning." And then some more outside shots at night, wrapped up by the really nice views in Kabuki again. Those holographic koi fish, oh boy, they really look amazing. Then another rare shot from what appears to be Arasaka waterfront located in Watson. Just to wrap things up with, I think, the best view in the city, right at Corpo Plaza. And I really love those vertical holographic ads. Man, they look great.
Well, on that note, that's it for today's Info Flash. Sleep tight, Night City. The grass ain't greener anywhere else.
But that's it for my detailed trailer analysis. I hope I spotted everything, but honestly there's so much happening in this trailer and so much to spot, I probably still missed a lot of stuff. If you spotted something that I missed, please head down to the comment section and let me know. I'm really curious about what you guys could find. But if you enjoyed this video and you found it remotely interesting, a rating would be super appreciated. And if you liked the content and would like to see more videos like this one, then also feel free to subscribe to my channel And if you do so, please hit the bell icon so you will be notified as soon as I upload my next video. But that's all from me for now. I hope you enjoyed the video, thanks for watching, have an awesome day, and I'll see you in the next one.